Hello, I'm Rick. I'm Mike's brother. Mike loved life. He lived life to the fullest. He had a saying, "Don't tell me how you feel, show me." And I've got a story that will show that Mike practiced what he preached at a very young age. We lived in College Park, Maryland. Mike and I were in elementary school. Brother Orville came home from the Naval Academy for Christmas one year with his fiancée, Suzanne. Suzanne got Orville a very nice Christmas present. It was a Nikon camera with a huge telephoto lens. Now, these were the days before cell phones that had digital cameras. The Nikon only took black and white pictures, and there was no instant gratification. You had to send your film out to be developed. So you didn't even know whether you had taken a good picture until 2 or 3 days later. And Orville didn't want to waste film. He was a math major and he used the scientific principle. So I'm sure that he figured out the proper settings for any particular shot. But in order to do that, he had to take a lot of pictures. And Orville was the director of all these pictures, and Mike and I were the actors. So with your indulgence, I would like to recreate 3 of Mike's performances. The first one is happiness. The second one is sorrow. The third one is surprise. And if you get my drift, Mike was really hamming it up. If overacting was a crime, he would have been arrested. And what was my reaction in all of these pictures? Well, it was pretty much the same in all of them. About 80% of it was, "Lord, just take me now." And 20% was, "Get that stupid camera out of my face." And so Mike and I were the perfect comedy team. He was the comedian and I was the straight man. He was the extrovert, I was the introvert. And why am I outing myself now? Because I'm a slow learner, but Mike was a good teacher. The extrovert has the fun. Mike loved to teach. I believe it was his true calling. And like he said in his graduation speech, I believe it was his purpose in life. And I believe, like any good teacher, he found his greatest joy when his students succeeded. Mike wrote a book on the Russo-Japanese War with his graduate assistant, Natasha Toth Rolsgaard. And a lot of Mike's colleagues said that Mike really established Natasha's career. But Mike confided in me, and he said that Natasha established her own career. He just shined the spotlight on it. You know, when Carolyn posted the news of Mike's death on Facebook, I really enjoyed reading the responses, especially from his students. And it's amazing, the reactions were very similar. Mike had a lot of experience being a journalist at newspapers before he became a teacher. And his students said that he really knew the subject matter very well. And he made the classes interesting and he made them fun. And he also taught them a lot more than just journalism. They learned a lot about life, especially when he started to get sick. You know, there was an Italian journalist in Mike's book, The Russo-Japanese War. His name was Luigi Barzini. And he covered many of the battlefields in the war. And he lamented that the scope of war was too vast, that he couldn't cover it all. he had a quote that said, narrative is a thread, truth is a fabric. And I want to believe that is what heaven is like. Right now, we're just grasping at threads, but someday we will know the whole fabric, and we will be reunited with Mike, and we will continue the conversation, and it'll be fun.